and I can't deal with that. So that's just what I keep telling myself. I'm just not feeling it at all. Anyway, that's what's been going on with me.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do. I never think, I always do. Never thought I wouldn't jump, oh what a fool. But if I fall, I will get up again.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Amanda and I'm so glad you're here. Today we're going to be deep cleaning some spaces that I've neglected while I've been decluttering. We have a lot of animals in this house and this dog sheds so bad, worse than like all of the cats put together. So anytime you have something black or dark on and you sit on this couch, you're going to get up with dog hair all over you. And I can't stand it anymore. The two things I can't stand about having animals is one, a litter box, and two, the dog hair. So we needed to get this cleaned up. It was Lexi's birthday on this day, so she was coming over. All my kids were going to be here. We were going to eat dinner and open gifts and all that stuff. So I wanted this area good and clean, and I wanted the smell gone because my house smelled so bad, and I can't do smells. Like, I can't. My house has to smell good. But when a wax warmer and candles lit and a diffuser, all this stuff doesn't take care of the smell, then we need to do something about it. So I deep cleaned this area, got this rug cleaned up, got this couch cleaned, got everything smelling so much better, and it was long overdue.
I'm gonna stay, but I'm just gonna wait in the background, watching you talk to her. I know this might look bad, but I'm just gonna melt in the background, watching you lean into her.
If you're in the phase of life where you have little kids, like a bunch of little kids or only one, I remember when my kids were little and they were growing up, I would pull my couch cushions out and there would be everything under them. I mean, food, crayons, markers, you name it, it was probably under there. And I can remember people coming over, like having company, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, please don't put your hand down in those cushions because there's no telling what you're going to pull out. But if you're in that phase of life, I promise it gets better. The most of what was under here was just dirt and dog hair, and there was a few little things like a hair tie and a dog shirt that Flash had chewed up already. But I remember those days, so give yourself some grace. It cleans up, and I know there's a lot of people that don't allow their kids to eat in the living room or have snacks in the living room, color and things like that while they're sitting on the couch. But you know what? Let them be little. Looking back, I wish I could have told my younger self that it's okay and it cleans up. You know, it's not the worst thing that's going to happen. I can remember when my kids would have a spill or something like that, I would just like lose it. I thought it was horrible, and you know, I was just short-tempered, and I can remember just like huffing and puffing and going and cleaning it up, and I know it made them feel like, you know, that they done something bad. And it's an accident, you know, even us adults have spills, and I wish I could tell my younger self to chill out. It's okay and it cleans up. But I think when your kids are younger, you're just trying to survive it. You know, when you're younger, you have a lot of stress on you. You have bills and you have to work all these hours to pay for your house and your car and things like that. And money's tight, and you know, you're just trying to survive the days sometimes instead of live them. But I wish I could have told myself, you know, it's going to be okay and it cleans up and it will get better. It gets easier, and it does. So if you're in that stage of life, then it'll get better. You know, I actually miss having little kids running around, and sippy cups and bottles and diapers and things like that. So just soak up every minute, mess and all, because it goes by so fast. When I got up this morning to get Allison ready for school, as I walked into the living room, the kitchen, all that, there's such a mess. The living room is just completely trashed. The dining room is too. There's a tablecloth there in the dining room, plates, dishes everywhere. We grilled steak and had shrimp and some different things, salad, and that's all over the place. And there's like 10 drink bottles from where everybody just got up and left them laying in the living room. And I just had to smile because that means my house was full and all of my kids were here. They were all together. And you get to a point to where a mess feels good. It feels good to have a mess because you had love. You had your kids. You had a good time. Everybody was smiling, laughing, having a good time. And you will get to the point to where a mess brings you comfort almost, because that reminds you that you had your house full, your heart full. Because when your kids are grown and they move out, you miss it. And you know, I guess one of the hardest things about letting my kids go was when they were smaller, I could tell them who their friends could be and where they could go and who they could hang out with and what they could do. And I knew best for them. But, you know, when they turn 18 and they graduate high school and they move out, you lose that control. And it's so hard to know that your kids are going to get hurt or what they're doing is not in their best interest. But they have to learn for themselves. And it does stink. It stinks to know that your kids are going to get hurt. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. But that's just part of it, and that's part of life. But it's a different season of life for me, for sure. But I'm telling you, soak up every bit of those years because it goes by so fast. I would love to go back and have one day with my kids as a baby and as a toddler and as like a preteen, a teen. I wish I could go back and have a day. So, but you can't, you know, it's gone and life is like a vapor and it goes by so fast. So please soak up those messes because I'm telling you, as a mom that's got two, that's grown and moved out of the house, you will miss it and you will worry about your kids every second of the day. I always check on my kids and I'm like, do you have money? Do you need anything? Do you have groceries? You know, I worry and I think that's just part of it, but it's just a different phase and, you know, it's life and that's part of it. And I'm proud of my kids and they do very well for themselves, but your worry doesn't end when they're grown. That's when your worry starts because you can't control anything that they do. But soak it up, mess and all, soak it up.
I get so caught up in the middle, thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight cause I am falling. I'm so deep down. And it's not a lie that I die. I can't hide what this is. Yeah, I keep drowning in those blue eyes, and you can tell me all of your lies. I will put out all of the fire if it gets too dark. I'll be your light.
After I went over this rug once and it was good and wet, I sprinkled some OxyClean on it and I let it sit there for a while. And then when I went back over it, it made a world of difference. One of you guys told me to use OxyClean and I could tell a huge difference in this rug. Lexi just got a new puppy. Her husband was on a fire call or fire training or something, not sure how that came about, but he found this little puppy on the side of the road. Like somebody had set it out, I'm sure. But they got this little puppy, she brought it home, and it's tiny. I'll show him in just a minute. But we are potty training him. So he done so good this whole day. Went outside, used the bathroom every time. But as soon as I got this rug clean, he walked over and peed on it. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. But that's just how it goes around here. I mean, seriously, it's like fighting a fire. If I didn't have a mess, as soon as I cleaned up, I would think something's wrong, seriously. So as soon as I got this done, he peed on it, but I still had my carpet cleaner out, so I went back over that really good, got it up, and it came right up. You know, not the end of the world. If you have pets, that's going to happen. But if you have pets, I would seriously invest in one of these. This one is the Bissell, I think it's the Pet carpet cleaner. I got it at Walmart. I think it was around $150. Last time I checked, it was around $180. Not sure why that went up, but maybe cheaper on Amazon. I'm not sure. If I can find it, I'll link it below in the description box. But I love this carpet cleaner. It does so good.
I'll be your light. I am running for you. I am running for you. I am running for
I've been here before, familiar with the view. This ain't nothing new. And every time that you walk through the door, I'm hit by the same old side, blinded by the lights, and I'm going through changes.
I cropped so much of me cleaning this rug out. I went over and over and over it, just sucking up the water because I didn't want the floor underneath the rug to be wet. And it's heated, so it got this rug really good and dry.
I live for the moments when you're around me. I know you've got secrets, but I can't keep on. And we're fading in and out together. The fuse wide open, stuck in the moment. Can't see, and I don't need any other help than you standing by my side, if only for a while. I'm going through changes, and so are you. I live for the moments when you're around me. I know you've got secrets, but I can't keep on. And we're fading in and out together. The fuse wide open, stuck in the moment.
I don't know where she came from. Kinda turned me upside down. I just don't know what to do. I wanna spend the night at hers and bring her one of my t-shirts so it smells like her perfume. Now I really get what the love songs are talking about, and I just wanna tell her how I feel, scream it out loud. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever lost your head? Have you felt like you were out of breath when you saw her in that dress? When your heart is beating fast and you're sweating and you can't stop looking at her smile, then you've been in love. That's how you know you've been in love. There's something about the way she laughs and the way she always dances when she thinks nobody sees. And when she's gone, I miss her so. I tell her, baby, please don't go. I think you should stay with me. And I really get what the love songs are talking about. Oh, and I just wanna tell her how I feel, scream it out loud. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever lost your head? Have you felt like you were out of breath when you saw her in that dress? When your heart is beating fast and you're sweating, you can't stop looking at her smile, then you've been in love. That's how you know you've been.
The one thing I've tried to do in our kitchen is simplify our counter space. I've took a lot of things off the counter. It just looks so much more clean. It looks neat, crisp. And another thing, since I'm watching this back, that I want to do is take all of that off the refrigerator. It's cool to have things like from your kids, like this is Kennedy's newspaper clipping from where she's playing ball at ETSU. But I want to take all that off because I think it just looks so much more neat if there's nothing on a refrigerator. So I cleaned off the top of it. I want to clean off the sides of it.
I wanna spend the night with her, sprinkle one of my t-shirts so it smells like her perfume. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever lost your head? Have you felt like you were out of breath when you saw her in that dress? When your heart is beating fast and you're sweating, you can't stop looking at her smile, then you've been in love. That's how you know you've been in love.
So today's Lexi's 21st birthday, so we're gonna cook for her tonight. She wanted shrimp and mashed potatoes. I don't know why, that doesn't really go together, but she was like, Mom, I really want your mashed potatoes. And I was like, Lexi, they're out of a box. They're instant. Like, I don't know why you like them so much, or that it even goes with shrimp, but that's what she wants. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna run in just a little bit and get her some gifts and food and cake and all that stuff. And I'm just not feeling it at all. Last Saturday, Allison had a volleyball tournament and we were starving. So Heather had Nerds in her purse and I was eating those, and I bit down and chipped my tooth. So it's like on the bottom, on the side, and I could feel it like with my tongue. I could feel where it was chipped, and it didn't hurt or anything. So I made a dentist appointment for this Thursday, and on Monday, yes, it was on Monday, I woke up, which was, Wednesday? Okay, today's Wednesday. So on Monday, I woke up and it was kind of like throbbing, and kind of like the whole side of my face though. So I thought maybe it was sinuses or something. Well, I could tell it was my tooth. It just started like throbbing and throbbing. And I was like, oh man. So I called the dentist, and they're really hard to get into. So I called them, and this was like 1:20, I think. So she said, we have like our 2 o'clock canceled. So if you want to come in and do a 2 o'clock, we can get you in. So I was like, okay. So threw my hair up, ran to the dentist, and he did the x-ray, and it's chipped down into the nerve. So he said I would probably need a root canal. So he put a temporary filling in it, and I have to have a root canal January 30th, which I'm not looking forward to. But I've had one before, and that wasn't bad. Like, I know everybody says a root canal is terrible, and I guess it's just your own experience, but I had a root canal maybe in 2014, I think, and it really wasn't any worse than a feeling. So that's just what I keep telling myself. It's not worse than a feeling. It sounds worse than it is. But anyway, so he put me on antibiotics until then, and it wasn't abscessed, and you couldn't even see that there was a cavity or anything. I didn't even know. I did notice when I was flossing, like the floss would kind of catch like down here. So I was like, okay, something may be going on. I should have went then, but I didn't. So got to go January 30th for that, and not looking forward to it. I hate going to the dentist, and I'm so bad about putting that off until there's a problem, when I should just go and there won't be problems. So I need to stay ahead of that. But anyway, on antibiotics, and I think that makes me feel bad. Like the antibiotics just makes me feel bad. And anytime I've ever been on antibiotics, I've felt just yuck, you know. So yesterday, you all just saw in the video, I cleaned the living room, cleaned the couch, all that stuff, because we're having company tonight. Well, Lexi and my kids, and everybody's gonna be here for our birthday. So I wanted to get that couch clean. I wanted to get that vacuumed up and all that stuff. So got that done, got the rug cleaned, because there's been, let's be honest, pee. I don't know that there's been poop, but I wouldn't doubt it. Probably puke and everything else on that rug. So clean that. You've seen the water, it was disgusting. Clean that. Cleaned the kitchen yesterday. You all saw the before and after. And that was it. That's all I did. I just like felt bad, you know. So this morning I woke up and I still just felt yuck, and I'm just pushing myself. I'm like, it's my kid's birthday. You know, you gotta do, let me pause this. So got up this morning, still felt yuck. Had a hard time waking up, and normally when I wake up, I'm moving. So this morning, it was like 6:30 this morning before I even got up. Got Allison up. We leave here by 7:20 because my mom had knee replacement surgery, so we have to go pick Kaylin up and take her to school too. They go to the same school, so it's no big deal. My mom lives 5 minutes down the road, if that. And yeah, so I need to run to Walmart, get all her stuff for her birthday, and just kind of push through this, because let's be honest, this house smells like cat poop, and I can't deal with that. When Heather brought all these cats in, I was like, I love cats, I love them, but I don't do litter box. Like, I don't do that. And she was like, I'll do it, I'll keep it cleaned out. And she does. I mean, I think I have one time cleaned that litter box out. So gonna do that. Gonna get these floors cleaned up because they're disgusting again. We had that little gray kitten, and it was the most adorable, cuddliest kitten ever. I love that guy. We got it from my mom's. She's got several stray cats around there, and they had babies, so we took that one and loved it so much. But it would not use the litter box. Like, it would go under Heather's bed and use the bathroom. It would go in here and use the bathroom. And we tried everything, guys. Like, we would take it to the bathroom, or take it to the litter box. We would take it like all the time. And we even read like pick it up, like when it uses the bathroom, put it in the litter box, like so it can smell it. We did that. It would not use the litter box. So went in Heather's room Friday night, I believe it was, and cleaned her carpet. 6 containers of water. Like, I did 6 of the carpet cleaner. It took me 6 times. We moved the bed, scrubbed that carpet. It smelled so good in there, looked so much better. Cleaned that carpet because it's brand new carpet. And the next morning it had done it again. So I was like, we can't do this. I love that kitten, but we can't run our carpet and our floors. We took him back to my mom's, and he's now with his little brothers and sisters again. And I hate it so bad because I feel like he got used to being inside. Now he's outside again. But my papa and my granny live, they built onto the back of my mom's house, so they live there too. And my papa's a huge cat lover. I guess that's where I get it. And so it's been in and out of his house, and you know, it's fine. They're loving it. But I don't know if it's because it was outside and it's used to just using the bathroom wherever it wants to. So don't know about that, but we're gonna get these floors cleaned up because I mean, when it used the bathroom, we would clean it, but I still want to clean the floors, you know, because there's cats everywhere. It's rained all week, and this dog's been in and out, and if you walk through our yard, or if the dog walks through whatever, you know what's tracked in. And I don't like wearing shoes in the house. It's not a thing where I don't allow people to wear shoes in the house, because I know Heather will wear shoes all the time in the house, and I just don't. I can't. I've got shoes on right now because I just took Flash out. He's having a fit to go out, and it's cold and it's wet, and he wanted to go out on his lead, and you can't tell him no, because he will stand at that door and cry and cry and cry. He has to go outside and see that it's wet and it's cold, and then he'll bark in 5 minutes wanting back in. So he'll be in a few minutes, but just wanted to get this house clean because our floors are terrible. I need to get the dining room clean, the living room picked back up, just pick the kitchen back up. I just want the main space clean for tonight, and that bathroom cleaned. And I'm not feeling it. Like, I'm not feeling it. I don't feel good. My mouth has calmed down a lot, but it's still like that sharp pain and ache, but it's more dull than it was. So haven't took ibuprofen today, so haven't needed to yet. And I guess Grady, quit moving my camera. The cat's moving the camera. Anyway, he's trying to climb up my tripod, but haven't had to take anything today. And I probably should go ahead and take it and stay on top of it, but I don't like taking things if I don't have to. So anyway, that's what's been going on with me, and still got a bunch of things to go through in the garage. I've got a basket of clothes. I know there's like a bag of shoes. There's this huge box of stuff that was left here from the previous owners, and I know it's like board games and things like that. And I always think, well, I can like save that because my kids will play sometime, but they don't. So I just need to get rid of it. I need to revisit my junk drawers and the closet and just everywhere, you know, because I want to stay on top of it. I don't want to be in the shape I was in a little while ago. And like I told y'all in the last video, when we started to declutter these drawers, I felt like it's not going to matter. Like, this house is so trashed and cluttered that one drawer is not going to make a difference. It's not going to put a dent in it. But we did that. And when I started, I felt so good. It felt so good to open those drawers and they were clean. And it just made me realize that it feels good to declutter. So I wanted to get this house decluttered, and we did. But I will say I can go back through here and probably get rid of 30 or 40% of what's left, seriously. So we're going to keep on doing that. We're going to revisit our old spaces. We're going to keep it decluttered. We're going to find more things to add to our trash pile because I'm loving that big pile of trash to get rid of. And I think we're going to rent a dumpster or call and see if somebody can come pick it up or whatever. So still need to get rid of that. But this cat's fixing to knock my tripod over. But anyway, just going to give y'all a little update of what's been going on. Reagan is so bruised from her wreck. Her whole stomach is just blue. Like, you can see, literally see where the seatbelt grabbed her. Like, this whole side is black. It's crazy at how bruised she was. I need to get the police report from that because I need to contact their insurance company. We have found her another car. We did find her a Toyota Sequoia, so we're gonna get that, and it's older, but it's something we can just pay cash for and not have a car payment. Something she can just have liability insurance on. So gonna get that for her, and so she's doing good. She's doing really good. Very blessed that it didn't do any more than it did to her. The reason the hospital called is because she couldn't find her phone, and she was asking, like, the guy that she ran into that pulled out in front of her, she was asking to borrow his phone. She was asking to like the paramedics to call. She was like, I need to call my mom, and they were like, you can do that at the hospital, we just need to make sure you're okay. And so anyway, her phone was in her car, but she couldn't find it. So when we went and cleaned her car out, I inserted a picture of that in a couple of videos ago. But when we went to clean her car out, I pulled her phone. Well, we couldn't find it. We could not find her phone anywhere. And I was like, it's gotta be in here, because obviously it wasn't laying in the road, it's got to be in here. So I told Heather, I was like, will you call? And her location showed it was there. So I knew it was in the car. So I was like, I asked Heather, I was like, will you call her phone and let me see where it's ringing? So we heard it, and it sounded like it was in the dash, and I was like, I don't know where it's at. We looked in all the compartments, everything. I was like, it sounds like it's inside the front of her car. Ends up, it was on her dash, and the windshield had smashed it flat against the dash. So we could barely get the end of it, and when I pulled that out, I was like, oh man, it's gonna be so shattered, and it's a brand new phone. She just got it. There was not a scratch on it. Not a scratch on her, not a scratch on her phone. I know phones can be replaced, that's no big deal. But I'm just so glad that she was okay. If she hadn't had her seatbelt on, it would have been terrible. As bad as the seatbelt bruised her, you could just feel, you could see the impact, how hard it was. So very, very blessed that God was watching over her. So thankful for that. And yeah, so we've got our other car lined up, going to get that either tonight or tomorrow night. We drove it last night. It's just from somebody we know. It's from somebody Heather coached with. It's been taken care of. Extremely nice vehicle for what they're wanting for it. And yeah, so got that, getting that done. And just all of this on top of a toothache has been terrible, because I have seriously lived on that couch with a heat pad. Seems like that's the only thing that has given me any relief. So, and I forgot how bad a toothache hurts, because I've never really, I mean, I've had, I guess I know I've had a toothache before, but it's been years, you know, and man, it hurts so bad. So glad that's getting better. And I bought extra other job, but I'm just feel yucky. So don't know how much I'm gonna get done today. I've got to get the main part. This cat's fixing to go. Got to get the main part of the house clean, like I said, for the birthday party. But other than that, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So let's get with it. Let's get busy.
I used to stay up all night trying to find my place, chasing neon lights and looking for some kind of trace.
And I'm not even being dramatic. If you could smell this, you'd do the same thing too. No, Grady! Oh my God, there's a cat in there. Go ahead while it's dirty, because God knows y'all will go in as soon as we clean it out anyway.
To lead me out of darkness, give me a little faith, something to make me stronger, someone.
Thank you, Grady. And the gate is so our dog don't eat cat turds, because he will.
Like the way then you came to me and you gave me reason.
This Bissell Crosswave came with several bottles of cleaner, so I was just using the Sanitize. It really didn't have a smell, but it's supposed to kill all the germs, so I just figured we needed that. Actually, I probably need that every time I mop. Who am I kidding? But that's what I was using in here, and I was just wanting to get these floors good and clean. Like I said earlier, I think if your floors are clean and they smell clean, your house is going to smell so much better. I feel like a lot of our odor comes from our floors. I mean, I'm sure it comes from the litter box too. I'm not saying that, but they track, and because we have one cat that's in and out, Flash is in and out, and it's rained, so it's mud and there's poop in the yard. You don't know where they step or what they track in and out, and that just grosses me out.
I don't know anybody that could compare to you. The way you're always smiling, the way you light up a room. I couldn't live without you, not even if I tried. Cause every day I'm with you, I'm flying over the clouds. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm flying over the clouds. And I'm not coming down. Every time we touch, I feel at home. There's no way I'd ever let you go. When you put your hands in mine, and I'm gonna be alright. I don't know what you do to me.
I wanted to move this dining room table around sideways. I don't know why. Our ceiling fan in the dining room is way out in the middle of the floor, and I just feel like if I drag this table out to where it's centered under that, the way it is, it sticks out so far. So I thought I'm just going to turn it long ways, and then it'll kind of solve the problem. And not, you know, it's not a huge table sticking out, it's just one end of it. So that's what I did. Not a fan of it, I don't think. Y'all can let me know what you think, but I'm not a fan of it. I'll probably move it back the way it was. After this, I went to Walmart. I went to TJ Maxx, Ross, Big Lots, and Bargain Hunt. I went all over the place trying to find just several different things for Lexi and for her party. But by the time I got home and we started cooking, they were already coming in. So that bathroom didn't get done, and I just had to be okay with it. You know, it's family. So if they walk in there and there's clothes in the floor or the shower curtain's not pulled or whatever, it is what it is. And it's just family. They know that I've had a rough time with my mouth all week. It's not a big deal. You know, it's more of a big deal to me than it is them, for sure. But we had the best time with Lexi. She is so, so precious.
About things, and you're kinda simple, but like a pistol, you fire. Sometimes you get under my skin like a lover, and sometimes you don't wanna come back 'cause you'd rather stay out with another. I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about the drunk nights, bragging in the glory. You're such a nice.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little different than my normal videos. I didn't get everything done that I wanted to, but I was just going to give you a little update on what's going on. It's always something around here. Always something. So if you feel like that, you're not alone. I promise. I just wanted to give you all a glimpse of what it's like day to day here. It's not always slaying all day getting it done. It's just not. That's not how it rolls around here. We don't always get it done, and that's okay. It's okay not to always get it done. You don't have to always have everything perfect, and I tell myself that because I want to make everybody happy, and I want my kids to come home to a clean house, and I want everything to be in its place and everything to be perfect for everybody, but that doesn't always happen. 90% of the time, this house looks like it did in the beginning, and that's okay. And I just have to be okay with it because, you know, I do all of this cleaning in between running my kids to school, picking my kids up, running them to sports. We have a volleyball tournament Saturday and Sunday all day, and, you know, so there goes my weekend. I'm not going to be able to do anything there. But I hope you guys have accomplished a little more than I have this week, but it's okay if you haven't. Give yourself grace. I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much. I inserted a few pictures of Lexi just throughout the year, so I thought y'all might enjoy that. But thanks for being here. If you're new, I would love it if you'd stick around. And thanks, guys, so much.
Oh, I'm so tired of hearing all your stories.
You had me at hello, 'cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too.
You can ride all the blue. I wanna do what you want to. We can leave and run away someday, someday. I've been saving you, and you save me too. Yeah, I need it, don't you need me too? 'Cause I need you. Yeah, so call me anytime that you need a favor. Call me anytime I can come and save you. Oh, oh. Call me anytime that you need a friend, and call me anytime when you're at a tight end. You, I got you, and you got me too. We can always make it through. What we do is what we do. I can take you anywhere, somewhere. We won't be scared. You will see me flying high. I'm staring into your blue eyes. I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever, forever, forever. I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever, forever, forever. I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking?